Spunk is no more. No more Spunk, everybody.
No.
Well,
And this is not an OnlyFans topic.
no, this is not. We're not bringing this around to the opening of the show. Instead, we're talking about the future of Sony's universe, because previously it was Sony's universe of Marvel characters, and then they stopped referencing it as that ever since they got into that legal battle with Disney over Spider-Man, and now it's just Sony's Spider-Man universe. I mean, the name is telling, right? Like,
yeah,
they got Spider-Man into their universe now, and that's their goal.
So Feige told them what it was going to be called, because Spunk is a no-go.
I say now it sounds like a Law and Order spin-off. Law and Order SPU. Yeah,
cool. Well, so first and foremost, the title is very obvious of what's happening. They've gotten their wish. They can use Spider-Man in their own universe now, and they will. What do you think happens next? Because they didn't have many updates at the same time of upcoming projects. Like, I was at least hoping that we would hear, oh, here's a Kraven concept art, or what's happening with Silk, or Silver and Black, or anything else that's in development. It was very much like, oh, okay, like, that was a thud. Like, what happened? Like, where was more announcements?
I think they're waiting on a couple things. They're waiting because from all of the announced movies, from what people are saying, is that they're waiting on those movies to get closer to release to spin out into their own thing, so they can take it over from there.
Yeah.
Like that one thing for, what is it? The spin-off to Into the Spider-Verse was led by the all-female crew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one as well.
Yes.
It's also interesting to think about it this way. Like, by the time they end up not delaying the upcoming Sony slate anymore, by the time we see Morbius and Venom 2, right? They will already be wrapped shooting Kraven the Hunter, because that's supposed to start in, like, end of the year into January. So we could get to this realistic point where Sony's putting out, like, 3 to 4 rapid releases of their universe really fast, and it makes them look like, to the casuals, it's like, oh wow, they're really going to town on this with their universe. It's like, oh no, these were supposed to be way more spaced out with a giant gap in between, but
no one's gonna see him anyway, so it's fine.
I'll have you know, Mitch, Morbius got really good feedback from CinemaCon.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, neither do I.
No. The only person I've seen say that is Nick, and I take what Nick says very lightly.
The real question is he going to suck blood, or is he going to use those suckers from the animated series?
He's going to suck, that's what that matters.
There's just one way it's happening, it's sucking. Oh.
Yes.
I feel bad for Morbius. I want it to be good, I really do, but it's, I don't have hopes. I don't have the hopes.
If he's got to be the sacrificial lamb for Sony to kind of go, maybe this is a bad idea, then so be it.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably realistically the way it's going to go, but you never know what happens with Sony's films, because sometimes, I mean, they have their crowds, right? They got them. They know what they're going for, and they make the money that they're
they have all that with Venom. Just Venom.
Yeah.
Their big mistake is thinking that everyone cares the same as Venom as everyone, like people like Kraven. No one gives a crap about Kraven.
No.
People know one story of Kraven. Guess what? He dies in that story. No one really cares. Like, especially when they're on their own. Like, people like these characters because they're related to Spider-Man.
See, they're banking on this. The trailer to Kraven is going to be, jungle scenes and all that. And then he takes a shot, and he doesn't miss, and he's standing above his target, and he goes, "You didn't see that coming?" in a Russian accent. So they go, oh, it's a variant. Oh. Like, they're going to bank on that so hard, and you know it. You know.
Oh, yeah. No, people are going to get excited for the one line at the end of the movie where he's going to take his hunt to the concrete jungle. And so you see, it's Spider-Man.
It's Lethal Protector. Venom never... well, never mind, people. Yeah, you're probably right on that, though, but... I feel like I don't want to hype myself up for Kraven, but...
Then don't. Be smart this time.
I feel like I have to.
No, you don't. You don't.
Just to talk me off the cliff. Do it. Do it.
You don't gotta do it.
It's something about this whole approach, especially the fact that they clearly added Spider-Man to the title, makes me believe that they're already planning on introducing Spider-Man as soon as possible into their films, and Kraven is about to shoot, like, as soon as the year turns over. Silk is still in development. Like, there's things going on here that are so evident that Sony's trying to play their own chessboard that...
Yeah.
It's...
But I don't think they're going to pull him out of the MCU.
Oh,
I
definitely
don't think
not,
that's
no.
their intention.
No.
Obviously, I think right now, there's a co-financial stake in it. I don't think they could literally just go, no, we're going to pull him out. Like, why would Disney carry on paying for Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. I think you're going to get a situation similar to Spider-Verse where he has something that allows him to go back and forth.
Yeah.
And that's how they play it out.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
I mean, whatever they decide to do, I'm interested to different approaches, and I just hope it's good. Like, I would love it if Morbius and Kraven end up being these great films where, like, wow, that really was impressive. I want more of that. Because there is a chance you could do that. But seeing how Sony has approached all of their films that they desperately want to make, and the ones that they don't are the ones that are good. Like, Spider-Verse was not something Sony had hands on. They were putting more money into Pixels and the Emoji Movie, and the Spider-Verse thing was a throwaway gag they thought would be a failure.
In fairness, Pixels and the Emoji Movies made more money.
Yeah, but they weren't good, so they ain't getting sequels.
No, they weren't, but they made more money.
they made more money. It's just because they thought this was just going to be a throwaway, and then once it wasn't, that's when they started to
the
go,
marketing for Spider-Verse was non-existent.
It was
almost. It was so bad. It's I don't know, like, I want to trust Sony a little more.
I mean,
but
for the marketing, I remember like on Twitter they were saying if it hit like this minimum goal, it was gonna get a sequel, and then like it did, and then everyone was happy, and the minimum goal was like really low.
Yeah, it
was. The sequel.
It was real low, like real low. But hey, I suppose they got the R&D done, so they don't have to reinvest into the same type of technology, that's sort of your investment, right? Like, once you've already built up that tech, you're like, well, we don't have to spend $80 million now on freaking research and development of this crazy CG concept.
It's like making games, like
game
development. Like you have to build the mechanics and the engine and all this stuff, and then once you have all the assets done, like the combat systems are the most difficult part of game development.
Right.
Once you have that done, like, you're fine.
Which is why everybody now just licenses Unity or Unreal Engine, because it's like, look, it's complete. Everybody adds to it, and then you have everybody else's things in there. So it is how it's gonna go. I'll be more excited about Sony's universe when I hear a more concrete layout of their plans, because they seem to just throw things out there, and then we hear nothing. And then sometimes you're like, I guess that's a thing, huh? All right, well, we'll see. Like, it's that type of approach that's worrying to me. So
I just want them to stop focusing on the villains, because there's so many more side characters to Spider-Man that could make a good movie. Like, you could make an interesting Black Cat movie.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes.
Like, absolutely easily. Like, I can't think who Yuri plays in the video game. What's her villain name? I can't think what she turns into. It's that weird, like, BDSM.
Yes. I can't remember either, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like, you can make her into a decent one. You got 1,000 different spider people. Just use Silk. Like, give Silk. Obviously, the Silk's getting that. Well, apparently Amazon's doing that TV series, but there's been nothing on that.
And that's also a thing. Is like, connect all this. Like, you have Silver Sable clearly. Why don't you do your own take on S.H.I.E.L.D. with Silver Sable and that whole organization? Like, there's your in for something like Jason Bourne style universe and action film, but they're like,
she turns into Wrath. I don't know why. I don't know why I was thinking Anarchy for some reason.
Because he just got a nerf in Destiny 2. That's why you think about it, and you're still sad.
They can take that annoying girl with the web things and make her into a TikTok star. What was her name from the video game?
If you're talking about Screwball, I'm gonna leave.
No. She does the stupid challenges. I blocked her out of my memory, literally.
Yeah, Screwball.
Screwball.
Is it Screwball?
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
That's the one.
That's twice someone may remember that, and I'm absolutely
Make her a TikTok
triggered to the
star,
core.
and there we go.
No,
That Sony's
don't.
in.
Don't.
Yo, no. You put the entire movie out through her feed. Genius.
I mean, they've already done that with one movie before.
Oh,
Can't do it again.
oh, that's a hardcore fail when you realize it's not a joke. I don't like that. This company is moronic.
It's not a joke, and it wasn't even on purpose.
Oh, Sony. Never stop Sonying. That's really the takeaway here. So, look, I want to know more concrete plans on what Sony plans to do. I'll get excited when I hear what the future holds for Tom Holland as Spider-Man in the MCU. If they say, oh, he can stay and get more films, but we share him in our universe, I'm all up for this. Because then everybody gets more Spider-Man that they like.
See, here's what I want, and I know people are going to hate this. You bring in Peter B. Parker into live action. In fact, just bring the Spider-Verse trio into live action at some point.
Yeah.
But Peter B. Parker has to be Seth Rogen.
It's like
Has to be Seth Rogen.
It's like it's cool. I was like, why does everyone want middle-aged, midlife crisis Spider-Man?
He's one of the best parts of Spider-Man. But I need Seth Rogen.
It could work. So I guess we'll see. We'll come back to this when we get an official update from Sony.